and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about all the books I plan to read in May. So when I did start my booktube channel, I decided that I wouldn't be doing any TBRs, but as you guys can see, that has changed. I just didn't want to restrict myself for what I was telling myself I had to read that month, because I found by making a TBR it makes it really restrictive and it doesn't really suit my reading patterns, because I tend to go in what I want to read in that moment and order books and wait for them to come, and that's how I choose which books I'm going to read, or I do some rereads that I'm really wanting to read at that point in time. So I generally pick them day by day or week by week. So having a month-long TBR didn't really suit my reading, and it wasn't for me. However, that has changed, as you guys can see, because I'm doing a TBR this month because I wanted to read some romance novels and get some series that I have started done and finish reading them this month. So I decided to make a TBR in order to motivate me to do that. For you guys who've been following my channel, you guys know I'm not really a romance reader, but I have decided to give them a go and just see what they're like. Because it's a new genre for me, I've decided to only pick 3 books that I'm going to read for romance this month. They are ones that I've heard a lot of good things about, so following the hype for the romance genre, because I'm hoping the hype will live up to it. I've decided to continue to expand my reading taste by trying this genre, even though it's not something I'm usually drawn to in a story. I generally like the characters, the plot and the world over the romance. However, there are some romances that I really enjoy reading about. Like in the Shadowhunter worlds, there are so many romances in that series and a lot of other romance and couples that I enjoy reading about. So I'm hoping these books will live up to something I might enjoy, and maybe expanding my genres to read and maybe picking up some romance in the future. So with that really long intro, let's get straight into the books I plan to read in the month of May. Alright, so the first 3 I'm going to talk to you guys about are the romance novels that I'm planning to read this month. As I said, I'm only doing 3 this month to try and limit it and not overboard myself with too much romance, so I might still enjoy them. The first one I'm planning to read is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hong. This one, I believe, is about an autistic main character, and it follows her. She is really into mathematics but doesn't understand love, and she's trying to construct a formula for love, and so she employs the help of a male escort. That's all I know about it. I'm really interested to see how this story unfolds because it sounds really unique in this kind of story, so I'm kind of intrigued to see if I will enjoy it. The second romance novel that I am planning to read is one that I've heard about a lot, and it was one of the first romance novels I've ever heard about, and it sounded really interesting when I first heard about it, but then when I discovered it was a romance novel, I wasn't as keen. But I'm deciding to give it a go because quite a few of the booktubers I follow and watch have raved about this one, and that is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I don't actually know a lot about this one. I believe it is a enemies to lovers story, and it follows 2 boys. One is a prince and one isn't, and they end up in, I think it's a boarding school together, and basically have to keep up appearances, and their relationship developed from there. And that is all I really know about it. I don't really want to research it anymore because I just want to be taken on this journey when it finally arrives and when I pick it up to read it. The third one is one I hadn't heard about, and this author I hadn't really heard about, but when I was researching which 3 I should pick up, it was originally going to be 5, but then saw that I needed to read a couple more series than originally planned. I went on to Haley Bookland. That is also a really good video for you guys to check out if you want to check out what romance novels you might like. I will leave it in the description box down below for you guys. I went through her video and picked up this one because this one sounded something I might like, and it is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I believe from memory it is another enemies to no, it's not enemies to lovers, it's a fake dating one where I think it's ever fake dating, they're best friends, and I think it's a second chance one or a fake dating one from memory. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really want to look up these ones because I just want to be pleasantly surprised when I read them or have no expectations going in. So I believe it is either a fake dating one or a second chance romance, and I know that they're best friends and it's how to keep that relationship. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but that one sounds just as good, from memory. But I'm hoping to enjoy it just as much. So that is it for the romance reads that I'm planning to read this month. I will let you guys know how that kind of goes. I may do a vlog for my romance experience, but it will just depend because I'll probably have to do it over a weekend because that's probably the easiest time for me to vlog. But the first series I want to finish in the month of May is the Bone Witch series. This consists of the Heart Forger and the Shadow Glass, which are the last two in the series that I need to finish because I did finish the Bone Witch as part of my OWL. I've talked about this series quite a bit in my last few videos because I'm just overwhelmed with feelings and I just feel like it needs to get more attention than what it gets. But I will really quickly run through what it's about for you guys who do not know because I have said it quite a bit in the last few videos. But it basically follows this character named T, who is a bone witch or a necromancer, sort of. That is some of her powers, but there are actually other layers to her powers as well. It deals with her journey as a bone witch, and it is told from the point of view in the past and in the present. You're seeing it through her eyes in the past. Yeah, you're seeing it through her point of view in the past and through the storyteller's eyes in the present as she's telling him her story, but also as she's doing certain things and you're seeing it through his eyes. And I absolutely love this series. It's very dark fantasy and I'm really intrigued to see how it goes. I've actually read the second one before, but that was a while ago. So I'm hoping to finish this series this month. I probably will. I will read these two probably first in the month of May because my romance reads haven't come yet. So I will probably read these first while I wait for them to come. The next series I want to talk to you guys about that I'm planning to finish is the Trials of Apollo series, consisting of the Dark Prophecy, the Burning Maze, and the Tyrant's Tomb. As you guys know, who's been following my videos, I have been going through all the Percy Jackson universe in order to read these in preparation for the last one coming out in September. So I'm hoping to finish it this month. For you guys who don't know, Percy Jackson is 3 series long. This one follows Apollo, who is the god of prophecy and music and a whole bunch of other things. It basically follows his adventures as he's sent down from Mount Olympus with no mortal powers, so he's rendered mortal by Zeus, and he has to go through all these trials to restore his powers basically. So it follows his adventures in this series as well as a demigod Meg. And yeah, I've only ever read the first one, so I'm in for a surprise for these 3 and I will see how this series ends up. So we shall see. There is one more book which finishes a series that I want to finish. The rest are kind of at the start of the series, and that is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I am currently reading the first one of the series right now on my Kindle, and it is currently like the 26th. I think it's the 26th of April when I'm filming this, so it gives me 4 days to finish it, and I probably will. I generally read 200 pages a day, so I should finish this book really easily. So I'm intrigued to see if I will enjoy the first one. I'm I'm enjoying it so far. So I'll continue with the second one when it arrives here, because I've ordered it and it's just waiting for it to come. For you guys who don't know what the Stranger Dreamer duology is about, it basically follows this character named Laszlo, who has spent his life in researching this lost city of Weep, and then there is an opportunity to come which could answer a lot of his questions. I don't want to give too much away from it, but I'm hoping to finish this duology in May. The next one on my list to read this month is Saga Volume 2. This is the first one. I'm waiting for the second one. Saga is a graphic novel and it deals with this war between two sides and these alien planets. The first one was really enjoyable, and I'm really interested to see where the second one and the whole world of this universe in the Saga comics will go. The last three books I want to talk to you guys about are ones that are at the start of the series. The first one I want to talk to you guys about is Wolf by Ryan Gruden. I think that's how you say his name. I was actually planning on reading this for my owls, but it still has not arrived. So I had to change what book I was going to read for that prompt, which was really disappointing. But things happen, so I'm still waiting for it. I'm hoping it'll arrive soon so I can read it. But I believe it is a historical fiction, which is where there's this motorcycle race where if you win you get to meet Hitler, and the main character is entering this race in order to kill him at the end if she wins. So she's hoping to win in order to kill him. This sounded so bizarre and so different to anything I've ever read in that kind of genre, so I'm kind of intrigued to see if I will enjoy it, because I have liked the historical fictions I've read so far, being the grand total of 2. So I'm hoping to enjoy this one as well, because it sounds very, very different from all the other kind of books I've read or seen for that genre. The last 2 books I want to talk to you guys about is ones that I have only just put on today. The first one I put on after watching the first episode first 2 episodes of Outlander, and I decided to stop the series until I have read the book series, because that's the kind of person I am. I would have been interested in this series for a little while, but I have been a bit unsure about what it was about, wanting to see if I would enjoy it. So I decided to watch the TV series because I heard a lot of good things about it and I really, really enjoyed it. So I decided to stop watching the series until I had read the book. So me being me, decided to make that straight away. What I know about it is it follows this girl named Claire, who is in the 1945 in 1945, and she gets taken back in time to 1745 when this war is happening between the English and the Scots, and it follows her. I'm really intrigued. It looked so interesting and I just can't wait to read it. The last one on my list is The Lies of Lockamora by Scott Lynch. I have heard a lot of things about this. I have heard they are morally grey characters, a fantastic world, very, very, very dark, and that is the kind of book I absolutely love, and apparently I'm just so intrigued and I just want to read it right now and just see if all the hype lives up to expectations. I'm really hoping so, because then it could potentially be one of my new favourite series. Alright guys, that is all the books I plan to read in May. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these, or what books you're planning to read in May, as well as all the books I mentioned and my social media. Definitely hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified for every time I post a new video. But until next time guys, see ya!